Hey everybody, welcome to our Tuesday night Zoom call. This is for our Team Palace, everybody across the country, our wonderful team. And this is our Tuesday night celebration call. We weren't here last week. It was 4th of July. I hope everyone had a great holiday. It was so much fun in June. We have our first global director, and Nicole DeWoy. Look at everyone. So awesome. And it's Nicole's been working, has such a strong team for so long, at 4 executive directors for a long, long time. Been leading a great team. All of everyone on our team is a leader. And now, and then she added, I think what happened was you decided you were going to do it. You added probably about 3 or 4 new coaches. They all wanted to run, and Kristen was just faster than the rest of them. What can you say? So anyway, Nicole, take it away. I mean, well, I'm going to let you go ahead and share, because I could just share about you all day, but I'm not going to. I'm going to give you the floor. There you go.
Thank you. I was trying to think of a different word than excited, because I think we say that all the time. I'm so excited. I'm elated. I'm exuberant. I think after it happened, I was a little speechless. I remember telling Dee, I'm like, I feel like I just don't really have words. It's almost this like thing you've waited for so long, and then all of a sudden it's there, and you're like, wait, okay, now what? Like, what do I do now that like Susan said, I became a health coach 6.5 years ago, and never intended to do this, right, with my business. I really intended to help clients and service them through nutrition, and didn't really see the bigger picture. And every event that I went to, I started seeing more of what I really wanted, which was more global impact, more trying to make more of me, make more of my time. We all know that we all have the same 24 hours in a day. And I don't know about you, but I just feel like it's not enough. I feel like for all the people that I want to invest in, and the time I'd love to spend doing certain things, it just never seems like there's enough. But yet, when you have priorities, you want to make sure that you're spending time in the right things and doing the things that are most important to you. And I loved when Dr. A started saying that this helps you create a life around what matters most to you. And I think what I find is that the things that matter most to me change in every season. And so one of the things that I will attribute to the success of growth and consistency, because I do have people say, are you still doing that health coaching thing? I'm like, oh yeah. Can I tell you about it? It's even greater now than it was the last time you asked me. And so it's so fun to be able to tell them, like, this is not like a one-hit wonder. This is not something that I am doing and then have no intention of doing in the next 10 years. And, even more than that, like, these are things that my children want to do. My children are excited about helping people achieve not only optimal health, but to create businesses that are sustainable when you're on vacation, businesses that you can do when you're not face to face. And so when you decide that this is what you want, I remember I was having a big decision a couple years ago around going to an event. And Susan had said to me, is this something that you want to do, like, long term? And I said, well, absolutely. I can't imagine. I love personal training, and I love owning Shine. I love helping other people create their service-based business, but I can't imagine not doing this. And she said, well, then I would suggest that you always just decide, if you're invited to something, just go. And my husband then confirmed it, because I always felt bad, going to an event without my family. And he'd say, honey, if you just quit trying to make a decision about an event and just go, just know now that from here on out, if you qualify or invited to an event, you will go. You find a way to go. And that is one of the things that made the most difference in my business, because every event has helped me create momentum in my business. It was like a refocus. It's kind of like why people have a personal trainer. Everyone knows how to work out, at least kind of, at least to do some sort of activity. But when you have an appointment and you're paying for it and people are expecting you, you do it and you get such better results. And so what more then do we do in creating that for our own business as health coaches? We're here to show up and people are counting on us. And I know I talked to Terry today. I think she'd be okay with me telling this story. Terry Moore said today, you know, when you said to me in the middle of the month, you asked me if I was going to go ED this month. And she's been ED. She's been a great leader on our team, and she's got a lot going on in her life. And so just like we all have the opportunity, right, we can come and go, and how we want to invest in our business. And she said, when you told me that you would probably go global if I was at ED, it like put a lot of pressure on me. And I said, okay, tell me about that. And she said, well, you know, it put a lot of pressure on me, but I realized that I could do it for you when I wouldn't necessarily do it for me. And I thought, that is why we do what we do, people, because if you love people and you're in the service-based industry, guess what? You won't do it for you. You will do it for everybody else. And so we need to use that. And that is reason enough to grow our teams, right? Because we want to grow our teams so that they have the opportunity to do for others what they won't do for themselves. But in the end, it comes back to us anyway. And so, of course, along the way, you absolutely have obstacles that you encounter, which is a lot of distraction from family drama or lots of stuff with kids or busy schedules, or the summer happens and people tend to go on vacation or whatever happens, and lots of people say no and it gets frustrating. But staying connected to what it was you really wanted is what helps us stay consistent for the long term. And I had a lot of coaches in the month of, towards the end of May, that I saw that really may want to grow. And I was invited to this event years ago called Grow Smart. And it was about how you could grow your business smarter and not harder. And I thought that would be a great thing to do as a group. We could have this thing called Grow Smart Optavia. And so I invited a bunch of my coaches to see if they wanted to do it. And we started this text campaign, and I would send out maybe 2 to 3 action items a day. And the interaction in our team was fabulous. And it created this snowball effect, this momentum that people just fed off of each other. And I just sat back and watched. It was like I gave my daily action item and the team took over. And so it was so fun to watch them just be empowered by each other and really grow. And so of course, anytime somebody has a rank advancement, we say, I couldn't do it without my team. Of course not. We're all in this together. And it really is the strength of each other being better together that helps us all grow. And so I'm most excited about the momentum that breaking another global in our team here in Atlanta and in Team Palace is going to do for all of you. That's what I'm most excited about, because staying in the game and really having a vision and goal is what helps us move forward to what we really want long term. Thank you.
Oh, so well said. So well said. And, it's interesting because I know you and when you give the assignment, kind of to your team to grow smart, you're right there with them doing it. So, I know Dee does it too. It's like, y'all lead the pack. I don't think you ever tell anybody to do anything that you're not doing yourself. So I think it's so cool that that your team gets to model you. And you are kind of amazing. I mean, she, just so you know, who doesn't know Nicole, she's got 4 kids. She's got a gym, a full business, plus this. And it's crazy, right? And so just thank you for your heart, for serving others, and for being such a wonderful role model of what's possible. And then we love it. And we'll be, Nicole will be on the leadership call on Monday night, being celebrated by Dr. Anderson. So tune in Monday night. We'll have to figure out the Shine event and all of that. So we'll all be on watching, and thank you so much. And so let's, where's your fast runner? Kristen, this is a great story. I've got to find where she is to unmute her, though.
She's the 303 number.
I got it, Susan.
She's got it. She's there already. She beat me to it.
Perfect.
So I get to introduce my girl. So Kristen and I met when we were 8. And we just have such a great story. One of my favorite stories, though, is on one of our first Team Palace calls when I introduced Kristen. Dee Corchin was texting me, okay, girls, knock it off. Because we kept sending like crazy emojis to each other over text. And we're totally playing around, being silly. And I just giggled the entire, I don't know what the call was even about. I'm sorry, Susan. But I was so excited to have my friend do this with me. And so I have been so tickled and honored and just proud to watch her grow and to watch her take information and systems and apply them and to really use her heart to use Optavia as a vehicle like we all do to be who she is in the world. And so, and you can hear all her crazy family and children behind her. And so it is so fun to do this together. And so Kristen, share with us what's going on and what you're most excited about and kind of what your story is as far as coming this far and reaching executive director in 2 months.
Yeah, that holy cow, like Terry, like you shared, Terry said, pressure city. But I'm taking that pressure and trying to really turn it into momentum rather than it feeling like a boulder on top of my head. Seriously, so exciting what's happening with our team, and I can't, it's just reiterating everything that everybody else has said. It's that Grow Smart thing that we did via text for the past month was amazing, and couldn't have done it without all the cheerleaders behind me. And then it really, the whole thing with the success is straight from Nicole. I mean, I can totally give her the credit because she pushed me, and by pushing me really helped me to see what my potential was, and I was able just to take those next steps that I wouldn't have dared to do if I was by myself. I'm very excited for this next month. I'm a little nervous. The pressure thing gets to me sometimes, and then having been so busy the past few months with moving and all the life stuff that happens, but I know that there's a plan, and with this whole team behind us, behind me, everything's going to work. So all I can say from here is thank you, and thank you for your support and for your pushes up this hill.
You're so welcome. It'll be so awesome for you to be able to experience convention, and for everyone who's going to convention for the first time. What an amazing opportunity to be in this place of really ushering in the fullness of Optavia. And so if you haven't registered yet, you do not want to miss it. You want to go and find a room, find a floor, find a sofa bed, something, and come with us and experience this amazing opportunity to really gather together and find out what our future is with this amazing business. So thank you again, Susan, for your leadership. And a big thank you to Molly Purdy, who is my direct mentor. She has been such a rock and anchor in my life. And a special thanks to Dee Corchin as well. I've loved coming alongside, working the business together, being sisters in this business, where she and I don't benefit each other in our business at all, except for the camaraderie of growing together and really going towards the same things. And so, Dee, I appreciate your heart and your wisdom that has helped me so much in this journey too.
Well said, Nicole, and I agree with that. I just have to brag on Kristen just a little bit. I know you say it was Nicole who pushed you, but you know, Kristen just showed up on everything. Like, she was moving, she just showed up. Nicole might not have known there was a call that night, and she was on it. I mean, seriously, Kristen, you just showed up and you just said, what do I do next? How do I do this? You know, you were so new, so I really want to just honor you and acknowledge you. And I don't think you were pushed. I think you were pulling, Nicole. That's what I think. So anyway, all right. So let me turn it over. I'm going to come back to you, and because we have a new coach with Sandy. But Dee, would you go ahead and introduce Linda Young? And we have a new executive director, Ginger and Ken. Is Ken on the line yet?
Hey, I'm on. Can you hear me?
You are on. All right. Well, let me go ahead and do them, and then Linda, and then Dee. I'll go ahead and get back to you. Good, Ken. I'm glad I know you're in the car somewhere. And Ginger, are you unmuted?
Yep, I am.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so speaking of just not knowing what they're doing and just doing it anyway, Kent and Ginger, speaking of showing up to everything, and they're just a pleasure to work with. I can't wait for y'all to meet at least Kent at convention. We might be able to talk Ginger sometime into going, but anyway, Kent's in Alabama. He's been working with an orthopedic group there, and they're just, like I say, 2 months in, they're having a lot of success with they're just starting to have fun with this. So Kent and Ginger, whoever wants to share first, tell us about the fun you're having or what you're learning and reaching this goal.
You go first.
Yeah, well, Ginger, do you want to go first?
No, you go first.
Well, I did ask Ginger. Wait, Ken, I said, Ginger, so what do you attribute your success to besides Kent? So.
Oh, besides Kent, I would say setting the goals and keeping your eye on the goals. That is something that he is really great at, and a reminder for me in coming and saying, okay, we've closed this many this week, and I want to get this many more, and keeping the focus. And, he does a great job of helping do that for both of us, really. So that is, he's a go-getter, and I'm just here to fly along with him.
And you do a good job keeping up. And, well, we talked about, they can't, people can't fly unless they have someone that has the wings under them, right? Or the air.
That's right.
That lift is. So, Kent, I know Ginger's that for you. So you want to share a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's a great business. I have a lot of doctors. I work in healthcare, and it's been great. One, to get to meet all these patients and get a chance to work with them. Most of the patients Ginger and I work with are referred by physicians. Vast majority of them have more than 60 pounds to lose. Many of them have failed, just about been on, failed, lost 1,000 pounds, gained 1,000 and 100 back. And, these people are really, really excited that you take the time with them, that they can tell you love and care about them, that you're really interested in what they want. And, Ginger's been really great because she loves on them, and, I'll go out and close 6 or 7 in a week, and she'll come back and do the follow-up and getting them started. And I mean, we haven't learned how to be efficient at this and handle people. I don't know that I ever want us to get too efficient with people, because it's all about the relationship as far as we're concerned. But, they're people we spend an hour on in an intake. They're people we spend an hour and a half on helping them get their food orders. It's a very, very people intense business. And I think that's been the key to what success we've had has been, a love for people, a commitment to helping people, and a commitment to serving people, even if it's too much time and too much effort on our part, for the compensation. So I think if you realize it's a human business, if you love and care about people, if you look at it more as a ministry, I think that's been a key to success. And it's been fun, too, to see our doctors get excited. I mean, it's like Dr. Bramlett, who's probably the world's best in knee replacement, literally. He said to me the other day, he said, Kent, this is phenomenal. So these people come in, they're not only happy with the results, but they're grateful. He said, these people are really grateful. This is just cool. So that's been great. And of course, Susan, I had to compliment you. You spent, I don't know how many tens of hours on the phone and helped me figure out how to say Optavia and the website and all that. You've been great. And Ginger's just, she's just a natural at working on people and helping them and coaching them. So it's also been fun to, it's the first time Ginger and I have ever had a business together, which has been a lot of fun.
That's what That's what I was going to talk about too, is that we've had opportunities in the past to do ministry, volunteering type of work together, but never an actual business. So that's really fun, and to see how we work well together, because his gifts are different from my gifts in terms, and putting us together makes our team really that much stronger. So that's exciting to see. And just to be able to experience that in this type of environment. And, you know, as I've told Susan before, that when we got married almost 31 years ago, you know, we were both very health conscious people already. Instead of, you know, buying furniture, we had bought weight equipment in our house before we had a kitchen table. So it's just something that's such a natural fit for us, that it's really a lot of fun to be able to get to do it and help other people. And that's one of the things that makes me motivated, is when we are at the point now where we're talking to these patients, they are seeing the success that this brings them. They get excited, which in turn makes me excited. And, you know, it's just a motivation in itself. So I really love that aspect of it.
Absolutely. And you raise your hand if you've been around. It doesn't get old, does it?
No,
Never.
no,
You know, it'll you know, 5-10 years from now, it still won't get old, that experience. So thank you guys, and well, I'm sure we'll be hearing so much more from you guys, and just appreciate all you've done.
And we kudos again to what Kent said for all the help that you've given us, and just with some struggles we've faced personally. Y'all, Susan is the best. So I just want y'all already know that, but anyway, just another cheer goes up for her. So
thank you. Thanks, Ginger. All right, Dee, you want to share? And let's talk to Linda. I'm excited.
Yeah, congratulations to everybody. It's super exciting. I love the diversity, the different backgrounds that are coming to our team. And what I just love, I keep hearing, is just that it's just coming from everybody's heart. And I think that's why it's things we're building with such momentum. So it's great. Thrilled to introduce Linda. You've seen her a few times. Linda's been coaching just since last year, and she's just done a great job of just continually building her business, being very intentional. And I'll just let her share what's been going on with her. She reached director level in June. Linda, can you unmute?
Hi everyone. Oh, so
you're unmuted.
I don't know. I think I'm really excited I'm really excited about all the changes that I'm seeing in the company, and all the energy that just seems to be going forward. And I don't know. I started out, I talked a little bit earlier today with Dee and Susan, and I kind of talked about, I think that my success maybe in this past month, or just continuing to grow the business, had a lot to do with maybe sort of a shift in my mindset. I feel like I started out the business, when people would say to me, "Oh, what do you do?" I would say, "Oh, well, I'm a retired high school teacher, but now I work as a health coach." And I kind of switched over, and I don't say that anymore. And now I'm just starting to say, no, I'm a health coach. This is what I do now. So I think I've really been putting more and more energy into, seeing myself in this position. And Dee is a fabulous mentor. She's absolutely brilliant. And I look to her for a lot of direction and for a lot of inspiration. And I promised myself that I was going to be coachable, and that everything that Dee told me to do, I was going to do, and I was going to just be very purposeful and very consistent. So I kind of got my little routine, the things that I do in the morning, and my Facebook posts and my calls that I make. And I think just working it all the time and following her advice and doing the tasks and the suggestions. You guys probably know that Dee did a focus group for us in June, which was phenomenal. It was a great way to bring on some more people with this very purposeful 28-day, let's see who we can help and who we can bring on there. And that was awesome. It just had all of us very, very engaged. And then Dee also did, we're doing a Grow Smart right now, and I kind of love it. I make my list every day, what I have to do, and I just check off all my things that I need to get doing. And it's just, I don't know, I just feel like it's just some momentum that's building, and I'm just really enjoying it.
Thank you, Linda. I know you have a desire. You have kind of something you want to do with the income that you're making, and share that real quick.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have a very specific goal in that Chuck and I like to travel, and we've been doing, now that we've got our winters free because I'm not locked into the school year calendar, we've been doing a lot of get out of the snow travel in the winter. And so this is a little goal for me to be able to pay for that, to have that be my contribution. And yeah, it's definitely working for me. It's keeping me motivated, and it's a nice little prize at the end to be able to sit on the beach in Mexico instead of shoveling the snow in New Jersey.
Doesn't get much better than that.
Exactly.
Thank you, Linda. Thanks so much for being part of this. It's fun to watch you grow. All right, so now we've got Michael Skardassis with you. I know got Ileana and new senior coach Mike. We didn't get to hear from him last month. So Mike, is Mike on the line? Michael, are you unmuted? Can you unmute yourself? Can we hear him?
Hear me?
Now we can.
Well, Mike, I was going to let Ileana introduce him. She's on the line.
All right, Ileana, let's see, you are, where's your number? 6967. Aha, okay. All right, you're unmuted, Ileana. Ileana? Ileana? All right. I think you're going to have to get back up. Let's see, Michael.
Hello?
Okay, gotcha. Are you there?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can.
Oh, cool. I was talking. Well, I want to congratulate Mike Barzak for his success for the last 2 months that he reached senior coach. And he was so close to the manager, but I'm sure this month he'll be able to reach that because he's very dedicated to the health coaching and Optavia. And he helped so many people so far to reach their goal and to get healthy. And he's one of my success stories because he lost 40 pounds. And that's how he decided to become a health coach and help others.
Mike, is this you or is it you, new health coach Mike? We have 2 mics on the line. That's you? Okay. Thanks.
Awesome.
I haven't met you in person before.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Now
Next week. Next week.
Next week. Awesome. So tell us, what are you having fun with? What do you attribute your success to?
Are you talking to me now?
Well, which Mike? Baranczyk?
Brent, that's
Yeah,
not me.
That's Mike Dozeman that you're talking to.
All right, Mike, we'll talk to you in a minute. Hold on.
Okay, I'll hold on.
Okay, you hold on. What's Mike's number? Or can he unmute his cell phone? Mike?
Ileana should know.
Ileana, what's Mike's?
Yes, well, can you hear me? 678 072, I believe.
Okay, got it.
678 772 0858.
Got it. Hey there, Mike.
Hello, Susan. Can you hear me?
We can now. Thank you so much.
Yes. Sorry about the confusion. But Ileana started me on the program last November. Before that, I was big into health. I was running marathons and so forth. And my idea of being healthy was eat everything in sight and exercise. Well, my job kept me busy, so the exercising went away, and I was eating like crazy. Cholesterol was high and so forth. So she introduced me to this awesome program. And since last November, I've lost 42 pounds now. My cholesterol went down almost 100 points. And I work for a hotel chain, and we work crazy hours just like everybody else. And people started noticing my passion for being healthy and eating right, and skipping the donuts that came in the morning, and saw that I was getting in shape quickly, and asked me what I was doing. And I didn't have any idea that I would want to be a health coach or do anything like that. But every day I would go in and more people were asking me. I'm like, wow, I can help these people. And it was super cool that the buzz going on in the hotel about being healthy, and people started exercising and so forth. So every day, even today, I had 2 people ask me, hey, what are you doing? We want to get on this program. I've heard these people talking and so forth. I've got some clients in South Carolina, North Carolina, people that have come in and done work at the hotel and saw me 6 months ago and saw me now and didn't recognize who I was, and said, what are you doing? I want to do that. So for me, the passion of being healthy has really driven me, and seeing other people succeed has really been awesome. And just every day you go in, every person I talk to, they're all talking about being healthy. It's super cool. I think I have 16 clients now. I've been doing this for 2 months and loving it. Love every minute. Love helping people. And I even have my boss doing it. He's lost almost 40 pounds now too. And that's how we start our conversations in the morning now. So really enjoying the program and the support from Ileana and from Michael. So it's been awesome.
Wow. That's a great story, Mike. That's such a good story. Love that. Love it. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Yeah, we'll be hearing more from you. I love the fun you're having. So we've got a couple of new coaches I want to introduce real quick. I know we're running a little bit late, but it's so worth it. And Sandy, will you introduce now the other Mike? I'm sorry, you'll always be Mike 2 now. Oh, well.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me on the call. I'm very proud to introduce my friend Mike. We've been going to church together for 3 years and in a Bible study group. And he hopped on program 3.5 months ago. I think it's been, right, Mike? About 3.5 and he's lost
March, 1st of March.
72 pounds. It's just mind-blowing. And he loves people like I do, and he called me or texted me and said, I'm thinking about this health coaching thing. And I had invited he and his wife to convention. We were challenged to do that during our Grow Smart. And so I nervously invited them, and they said, well, we're kind of busy for July. No worries, that's fine. And then he texted me later and said, I'm thinking about this health coaching thing and I want to go to convention. And I'm like, holy cow, that's awesome. So take it away, Mike.
All right, I'm Mike Dozman. I'm from Zeeland, Michigan, up here right next to Holland, where Sandy lives. And I've been on the program since the 1st of March. And just kind of a casual conversation. Sandy found out through our conversation on a Sunday that I had diabetes and was on some medicine, and it just wasn't working well with me. And she said, I can, you go on this program and you'll see results and changes. And it just must have been right, because before we left, within a half hour, both my wife and I were signed up, and we had the product by Thursday, and we just moved along. Between my wife and I think maybe we lost
over
120 pounds or so. between the two of us. So that's kind of cool. And just a couple weeks ago, I got my coach stuff. And so we're working on that. My daughter signed up on the program because she's seen what my wife and I are doing. And we got a few other people that we're starting to talk to. So it's kind of exciting, kind of fun.
And I think because your daughter lives at home, she's been doing Lean and Green for a very long time. She probably figures she might as well just hop on.
She might as well. Yep. And it's working for her. She's made, I don't know where she is. I hear her voice, but yeah, it's working for her. She's been on it for what, a week almost coming up on. So, yep. That's good for her.
So cool, Michael. We can't wait to meet you next week. And I love, again, the fun that you're having. It seems like that's the theme, that it really is. When you can keep the focus on serving others, it becomes so much fun. I know it's frustrating because we are in the transformation business and not everybody's ready to transform their lives. But those that are, those are the ones that we're looking to partner with. So thank you so much. I don't know, one more. Do I have Mark Michelson? Are you on? I don't see you. New coach Mark. All right, we'll meet Mark another time. And but thank you guys. Congratulations, Nicole. Tune in next Monday, leadership call, 8 o'clock. She's gonna rock the national stage. And then we'll hear from her at National Convention, I'm sure. So anyway, it'll be so much fun for you to represent Atlanta and, you know, represent all that you have brought to Take Shape for Life and now Optavia. So it's fitting that you should, you know, make this entree into the top leadership during Optavia. I think it's great. All right, good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Right.